Hi. So I make a lot of videos, um, which I'm sure you see that I post. But so they're just like my random day to day or whatever I do. Obviously not every day, but like if I go to the park with my kids, or if I take River out, or if I do a lip sync video or something. Um, but anyway, I thought I'd make a makeup video. Um, this is not like a tutorial or nothing like that. It would be like just me rambling while I do my makeup. Um, so yeah. Um, and I had River 3 weeks and 1 day ago now. So yeah, and I tried on one of my old outfits. It fits, but it's like tighter than it used to be. Sad day, but I'll get there. Anyway, but I wanted to feel pretty, so I thought I'd try it on. Anyway, I really like blue jeans. I always was the blue jean queen, and this is actually a denim top too. Technically, it was made the materials denim, but it don't look denim because it's got the flowers. But I don't know. I like stuff like that. It's cute. It's pretty. It's cute. Okay. I'm gonna shut up. So anyway, most days I don't wear makeup because, I'm a stay-at-home mom right now, and some days I still wear makeup around the house, but the great thing about kids, they always think you're pretty no matter what. But some days, you just all the kids be crying at once. I'm sure you hear them in the background. That's Clarabella doing the eh. Anyway, that is my she'll be 2 in June. So, at some point you start losing count. Start losing count of the numbers, the months. You have your first child and you're like, oh my god, they're this old, they're this old. Next thing you know, to the second child, you still know. By the third child, it's like someone's like, how old's your kid? You're like, hold on a second, they were born in June, and it's like this. Anyway, yeah. And now by the 4th month, now granted, I am really in awe of River, so of course right now I'm keeping up. It's like 3 weeks. He's 3 weeks old in 1 day. And this is the most that I've ever done during like a postpartum period. Like usually I'd be probably resting more, but I don't know. I've had pretty good energy this time around. This is my 4th kid, and yeah. So anywho, I guess I'm supposed to explain what I'm doing, right? Even though it's not a tutorial. Well, I'm taking a wedge. I bought these wedges from Ingles. They're called Awaken by Quality Choice. That's called that off-brand wedges. They are latex-free because latex irritates my skin. And I'm actually putting moisturizer on first. So, I have dry skin, so I got the Cetaphil moisturizing cream. Yeah. Okay. So, with that being said, I put I think a decent amount of moisturizer on. Because I do it before bed, and then if I wear makeup, I do it before I wear makeup. But yeah, so yeah, I guess I'll just like start like doing this. This is weird to do it in front of a camera. I'm still talking, and that's another thing about me. Sometimes when I talk, I ramble so much that I never shut up. Like never. Like, you think I'm quiet because I'm pretty shy overall, especially if I meet new people. And then, sorry, there was flies in the air. I have a dog named Boingo. A Shih Tzu, and he be shedding. Anyway, though, you're probably thinking, ew, gross. Like, does a Boingo hurt? You understand. I ingest Boingo hairs on a daily. It's fine. I'm immune to them. That's another thing about me. I will jump from topic to topic to topic while talking. I'll be rambling about one thing. Next thing you know, I'm on the next subject. At this point, this video probably would have to be a 3-part video because I'm already 4 minutes into this almost 5. Yeah, 5 now. And I am still talking while doing moisturizer, which didn't even get to the makeup. But yeah, I'm trying now to be quiet, but now it's kind of awkward and silent. So yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep putting this on. Oh my god, I need to see my mirror, but I'm so far away. I usually wear glasses, so I can't always see that great. So right now I could be not blending this well, but that's okay. I also go extremely slow when I put stuff on because my skin is so sensitive. I'm sure you can see all the pinkness. I'm very pinkness prone. I have, oh boy, I am like a fun fact for medical stuff. I'm like, okay. So I have psoriasis. I also get, contact dermatitis because I have very sensitive skin. So touch the wrong thing, it's over for months. Anyway, and then I had an eczema rash one time on my face. Or I mean, a few times in life, but this one time I always think about. That was in high school. I was a sophomore, and it was awful. It lasted almost the whole sophomore year, and I would get made fun of so bad for it. And I had a hard time getting rid of it. It was like around my mouth area. It's very painful. Anyway, but and then growing up, I was always prone to breaking out. And yeah, I still break out. Especially like, if it's around like my period or something, or that fun stuff. But yeah, I think I blended it. Let me check. Yeah, I mean overall. I also got like my nose area. Ooh, maybe dry. And I get a lot of irritation around like where the glasses touch your bridge of your nose when I wear glasses, and it'll always make me like itch. But I can't wear contacts because I can't touch my eyeball. I can't do it. Like, cannot do it. So yeah, alright. So that was my Cetaphil Moisturizer Cream. Dry to very dry skin. Dry to very dry skin. Yeah. And for a long time, I thought, because I was like, I used to go to Kingdom Hall, and these sisters would tell me that I had oily skin, so I used to use the products that didn't really work for me, because everyone would say, oh, you know what you need? You need to just like get this, because you have oily skin, that's why you break out. They would think because I had bumps on my face or broke out that I had oily skin. That's a common misconception. I actually had very dry skin, and you can also break out from very dry skin. Because my skin would, it was peeling all the time, and it would crack. And then what happens is the crack starts bleeding, and the next thing you know, it would start breaking out. And, yeah. And my dermatologist ended up being like, yeah, you got, you already got, psoriasis, all the stuff. And I do get psoriasis, too, in my eyebrows and around my eye. Which has caused a lot of eye problems when I go to the eye doctor, and a lot of times it'll just be that the skin is acting up around that area. And I've had psoriasis on like around my mouth too. I used to get it really bad behind my ears as well, and I still get it in my scalp, but I use T-gel every single day. Sometimes I'll use MG217, and then I also use ketoconazole. So yeah, lots of stuff. Okay, not fun. Wow, I'm gonna make this part 1 because this was just the moisturizer, and you know what? Or maybe I should make it a really long video. I don't know. I bet you can tell that I have anxiety from this video. My goodness. Oh yeah, before I started the video, I should have mentioned I wiped my face with Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleansing Cloths. Ain't that awesome? Gentle skin. For sensitive skin, thoroughly removes dirt, excess oil, makeup with less irritation. With aloe vera, vitamins B5 and B3. But yeah, so when I'm in the shower, I bathe my face with Cetaphil face wash. for sensitive skin, and then I moisturize afterwards. But then what happens is that like before I do my makeup, I'll clean my face with a cloth or something like that. You know what I mean? Just to be extra safe, you know. Yep. Okay, what's the next part? Oh yeah, usually I just put some Vaseline on my lips. Cause another thing, I also have very dry lips. Well, not always. I mean, I pick sometimes my lips. I on and off have done it throughout the years since I was a kid. And yeah, so it makes them more dry. I always end up doing it towards the end of pregnancy, and then like in my postpartum period. So like that's why they're dry right now. They're normally not dry. Like for example, if I was working at a secular job right now, they would not be dry. They would not look chapped because I would worry too much that people would make fun of it. But when you're at home, you know, you can do that. I also have this tiny little spot right here. I don't know if it's psoriasis or contact dermatitis. It popped up the other day. It always happens at the corner of my lips if I it's like pinkness on my chin if I let so I brush my teeth like a caveman. And when I'm brushing my teeth, the toothpaste sometimes like drools out. Whenever it drools out and it touches the corner of my mouth or my chin, like it'll be pink for a few weeks or days. Because, well, it'll be pink for a few weeks if it keeps happening. And it's something about like, I don't know, toothpaste burns bad for me. I do not use sensitive skin toothpaste though, because I learned that this, well, sensitive teeth toothpaste, I guess. I don't use that because I realize I don't feel like it whitens as well, and I care if it looks white. I do. So, yeah. All right, on and upwards. So next, I'm gonna do this. I like this the Elf sunscreen. Not to mention, I like Elf products. I know that people think it's probably not the fanciest, but I like them because they're affordable. I like that they're cruelty free, but yeah, I like that they I guess believe that everyone should be able to afford makeup, and this actually happens to work for me and doesn't really bother me. So yeah, I noticed that if I wear heavier, like if I wear like foundations that are full coverage, they'll like get stuck where I start to peel and cracks and stuff like that, and that makes me sad. So I learned to just embrace wearing lighter stuff. I wear the next thing I'm gonna wear is Elf too, but yeah. I had this Kohl's gift card the other day, and I saw that they sold all this foundation that says it can cover up a lot. It's like I've never wore that stuff, like Estee Lauder, because it was expensive, but and then like Born This Way or Too Faced, and this is like, you know, full coverage. It can cover a lot. It looks nice. It looks really nice, but I just feel like if I bought it, especially being that expensive, you know, I would pay all that money and then it still wouldn't cover me up. I feel like my pinkness is not coverable. I mean, you see, even I know this is just like the tinted sunscreen, but like it doesn't really cover up the pinkness all that well. But I don't mind it. I've learned to embrace some of my pinkness. I mean, you know, I'm just a naturally born pink person. And that's okay. But yeah. Oh, and the color I have is a Sunbeam. I had it before in Sunlight. I like Sunlight as well. I mean, Sunbeam was the first color I got. And then I tried it in Sunlight and the Invisible one. The Invisible one feels nice, and I know it's more of like a primer, but, you know, unfortunately Invisible doesn't cover up any pinkness. And then the Sunlight matches me probably more so because I'm fair or pretty light toned, but it matched me in a way. I noticed the foundations that actually match me, they don't cover up the pinkness either. You know what I mean? I feel like this still does a better job of covering it up than other stuff. You know, like the color of it, it's darker than me, so, you know, sometimes you gotta go darker. Yep. Oh, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna film all this in one video, but I'm gonna end up just posting it in increments, because if I try to upload a video that's over 15 minutes long, lordy, it's gonna take all day. I've had the hardest time just uploading 3-second videos sometimes. It'll crash on me, whatnot. I'm not doing anything wrong, I promise. It's just, it's like, I don't know, it's probably the internet connection or something. We lose that sometimes, you know. Next I'm gonna do this. So this is basically what I wear as the foundation, if you will. I have a trash can over there. I'm not just throwing it on the floor. The only thing I don't like, I like the wand and I don't like the wand. The only thing I don't like about the wand is that, it doesn't, I care a lot about sanitation, and it doesn't feel very sanitary to double dip. I mean, granted, it's me, so I mean, and I'm a pretty clean person, but you know, when you have sensitive skin, and you gotta like, put it back in there. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, next time you can't wear it because it's like, oh, I had something on my face, and now I feel the need that, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You probably don't, because you don't know me, but you know, I think I saw 17 subscribers now. So for you 17 people, awesome. You like weirdness, because that's me. I'm pretty weird. But yeah, I'll get like unfollowed now because I made a makeup video. It'll be like, oh Lord, she's one of those people. But yeah, I didn't start wearing makeup until I was older. I wasn't allowed to wear it when I was a teenager. The only time I wore anything is if I snuck my mom's lipsticks my senior year. I didn't sneak them out per se. I just put them on before I left for school, so I'm pretty sure she saw me wearing them. But yeah, so it was like a lipstick, and later on I realized, when I look back at photos, I'm like, ooh, I shouldn't have done that, because like, you ever wear just a lipstick color, nice bold pink, and then you realize, oh, with no makeup on, you didn't do anything else. It's like, it actually makes like your skin look worse. Because it's like, I'm already pink, and then you got this bold colored lip, and then nothing else on, like makeup wise, and it's like, oh, you know. I'm trying to see if I have a mirror here, so you know, I think I blended it well. Yeah. You know, I don't wear very much, because I know that the more I put on, it might clump or get stuck in the crack, so you know. Anyway, so that's that. Again, I'm still overall pretty pink right now, currently. Also, I don't own any blush or bronzer as of right now. I was gonna try to get some soon when I get extra money. I don't. That's Clarabelle. She's very feisty. Yeah. When they play, Isabel and Connor, my oldest, they're 9 and 8, and they don't really play with her that much, so she just screams, you know. And then of course River is too young to play. And if you hear that other noise in the background, that's Connor pretending he's a train or a car. He really likes the sound the highway makes, like, you know, in the road, when the car gets really loud and you hear the wheels like, he loves that sound. Loves it. Yeah. And Connor has a rare microdeletion called microdeletion 16p 13.11. Most people have not heard of it. A lot of doctors can describe it that he has like symptoms, like, you on the outside it may look like he has autism, but it's actually not autism. It is that. And so it then presents itself as kind of like overall delays in a lot of areas. But there's not a lot known about it. And what is known about it, we're kind of learning. So, yeah. But, he's a really sweet boy. And he communicates. I understand him, but a lot of people don't understand him when he speaks because he talks differently. And he calls me Nene instead of Mama. He registers it as Mama. Like, if you say back to him, who's Mama, he'll point to me, knows me, and says Nene. But if you say something like Nene, he's like, what? Like, if that makes sense. But yeah. Oh, and if I look like above the camera, it's because so I have like a small little mirror here. I just can't see well without my glasses, and then I have another mirror here. This mirror is like connected to the vanity, but even that's too far away. I gotta like lean into it. This mirror is like a little small mirror I have. Yeah. Oh, I just did my eyebrows. Yeah, that was elf stuff too. I did elf. Well, actually, this is not. This is actually eyeliner, but I use it in my eyebrows because I don't have like an eyebrow pencil or anything. So it's elf no budget retractable eyeliner and Coolfy. Yeah, that's what it says. And then I brush them with elf Wow Brow Tinted Gel in dark brown. And then I don't own mascara right now, so we're not doing mascara. I know I'm not fun when I'm doing makeup. It's like you don't own anything. Like I'll show my makeup drawer at the end. It's really little. It's really sad. Okay, so I have a gloss and lipstick. The lipstick is Elf and Effortless, and the lip gloss is Elf and Sun Boss Gloss Blush Much. And that's what it's in. So I'm gonna do it backwards. I'm gonna put the gloss on first, because I don't really know how I feel about lipstick sometimes, especially if I'm like trying to drink a lot of water during the day. But yeah, this is always the tricky part, not getting it on your face and not getting it stuck in those cracks. Yeah. Anyway, again, and so I don't have blush or bronzer to do. I do have one eyeshadow thing, so I guess I'll do that. I only got it because it was on sale. It's Elf Needed Nude. But again, with no mascara, it doesn't exactly look all that wowza. But anyway, I don't know what color this is, but I've been using this this color. It's pretty. It kind of looks like a rose gold. Yeah. Only thing I don't like is the glitter in it. And I don't have an eyeshadow brush. I know, again, no fun, so I just use Q-tip. Which is kind of hard to blend, honestly. When you're using a Q-tip and it kind of hurts a little bit rough. Even though these are name brand Q-tips, may I tell you that. Name brand Q-tips, honestly, do make a difference. They're a little bit softer. And, I don't mind buying off-brand stuff for certain things, but there are some things that you gotta have a name brand. Otherwise, issues will be had. Anyway, that's all I can do right now because that's all I got. So besides the lipstick, and let's do the lipstick, but it's like I really like it. It's just, I mean, I do. It's just it comes, even though it looks pink, it comes across darker on me, so I could try to see if I can do it. Even though you're not really supposed to do it over the gloss. I just do like that. I don't want like necessarily like a whole lot of color. I mean, I like a natural look overall, but sometimes it's fun to go all out. Anyway, so yeah, as far as my hair goes, I do miss it being blonde. This is my natural color, but I had it blonde almost all of last year. I had highlights. Sorry, I'm thinking if I had it blonde the whole year. I did. Okay, it wasn't. Okay, it was light brown. I consider golden light brown, but everyone else would call it blonde. Because so what happened was, is I got highlights, and I loved them. I got them from the salon at the December 2023, and I was like, oh, I like those. They're nice, you know. And I've always had natural golden in my hair. Like my hair is brown, but it's like, you know, it's got little nice pieces in it. So it's always been easy to kind of highlight my hair because it's like it naturally goes that way. And the lady who highlighted it did a wonderful job. But the thing is she only did a partial highlight. She barely put highlights in it, like 5 of them. Turned my whole head blonde. But I loved it. I was like, oh, this is taking me back to my sophomore year, because sophomore year I had blonde hair. But and same thing, I would get highlights and it just turned my whole head blonde. So anyway, really nice. I had no roots for a good few months. And then, okay, it probably was more like a few weeks, but it felt like a few months. Anyway, so, but then what happened was, but when the roots started coming in, I actually loved it even more, because then it was like dimensional and it was just noise. Anyway, though, but, by June, I would say it was starting to look more like my natural color, but with just a few extra highlights. And then, I was dating this guy, and he really liked my hair, but then he started to mention that, he mentioned that his mom's hair, who's in her 50s, was probably like my hair color now, you know, it had doled out. And I was like, geez, dude. Anyway, though, because I was thinking, like, you think my hair's dull. So anyway, though, I couldn't afford highlights at the time, or wasn't really sure if I even wanted to go back, and because every time I go to the salon, it gives me a headache, because it's just the chemical smell, and it kind of irritates me, and I always notice I come out with like some sort of dermatitis. So anyway, though, and it's also with psoriasis in my scalp, it's a lot. So I ended up just buying Sun-In, because you can get these bottles like $3.68 from Walmart, you know what I mean? And it smells good. They updated the formula, but and then I took it overboard. So like I got some Sun-In in the hair, and you know, I got some great compliments and it looked good. Even the lady who did my hair, she trimmed up my bangs for me, and she was like, you know, basically looked the same quality, just, you know, be careful, you know, because it's Sun-In. And anyway, though, but then I kept using it, and it was fine until I lived in the car. And when I lived in the car, I still had a little bit of the bottle left of Sun-In. And so I just, you know, used it on my hair while I was living in the car, because I was homeless for a little bit. And my hair just, I mean, it's amazing. It worked so much better out in the car than it did the blow dryer. My whole head was blonde, and it stayed blonde up until March 1st of this year, and I went back to the lady that did my original highlights, and I don't know, I was gonna keep it the way I had it because I still really like the blonde, but then I ended up deciding just to kind of like strip it back down to my natural color. So that's what we did. We stripped it back down, and here it is, and everything like that. And it's still, I worry like, oh, my hair looks too dark, because I've been used to lighter hair, but you know, everyone still says it's still light. But I don't know. So then, and literally I was thinking about getting more Sun-In the other day, but I decided against it, because I don't know, I mean, it's also nice being in a postpartum period, being able to be like, this is my, it's also, well, it's nice being able to be like, this is my natural hair color. Which I would consider like a light brown or a light golden brown, something like that. But anyway. But, yeah. So, I don't know, but I miss the blonde. I really want some highlights. I kind of do. I kind of do. But I don't know if I want it all blonde or if I want it somewhat blonde. I wash my hair with, tea gel. Everybody's always like, why does your hair smell good? It's that tea gel, guys. Anyway, though, but I also use Aussie for my regular shampoo. I usually use the apricot one because I really like the smell of it. And I use sometimes apricot conditioner. Oh, not sometimes. I mean, like every day. I wash my hair every single day because I know people say it's not good for you, but with psoriasis, you gotta keep the itching under control. Drive you mad. So yeah, and then I condition every day. I believe that is key to a healthy hair. Um, and then I also use Aussie when I deep condition. I do the 3 minute miracle. It works wonders. You know, I thought that's a lot to claim. Aussie saying it's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. They can claim it. They can claim it all day in this world. It's a miracle. If I use detangling spray, I use Total Miracle detangling spray apricot scent. That's what it is. But I do have, it's in the bathroom, so I'm not going to go get it, but it's Aussie hair insurance. That's more like a peach smell. I don't really like the smell of it, but I mean, well, I like apricot smell better. But the hair insurance is like a leave-in conditioner spray. It works wonders. Because when you have mixed kids and they have curly hair, beautiful hair, beautiful hair. But it works really great for their hair too. And that's why I like Aussie, because it works great for their hair. It's great for the whole family. And then if I ever want a nice little wave, mousse and leave-in conditioner Sprunch Aussie. Aussie now. Anyway though, so I don't have the hair insurance. I'll just do a little bit of that. I know that like the lady who did my highlights gave me this little sample of Moroccan oil from her salon, which is nice, and I kind of like it. But I haven't been using it. Like, I only used it a few times, and I ended up just using it more so on Clarabella's hair. Because Clarabella, she's a toddler, and she's still growing it. You know, so it's short. And, her curls, I noticed with all of them that, like, their curls were more curly when they were, like, that age. And she has this habit of twirling her hair and getting, like, she'll be in peanut butter jelly. Next thing you know, peanut butter's in her hair. So, the oil works really good for her hair. And the leave-in insurance. I mean, Aussie works great, too. And the oil. But the reason why I'm not trying to use the oil too much is because I'm a firm believer if you can't afford it overall, don't get too attached to it. Because the thing is that it's nice, but I know that, like, based off the price, that even though she gave me a sample, the sample's like this big. And if I think it's like, is it $54 or something to buy the whole thing? Now, it's a big thing, and I guess it would last a while. But it's like, I don't know if I could really, like, afford that. So thereby, might as well get her stuck on that Aussie, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. But yeah, I use that for Clarabella a lot. I did it a few times with Bonconnor's hair, but overall their hair stays pretty detangled. My hair didn't used to get tangledy a lot, but I have noticed that ever since living in the car, or I guess the sun in, that it's gotten a little tangledy in the back. But it's not like terrible, you know. And it's also weird because I used to have straight hair. I guess I still have straight hair, but there's always kind of like a wave to it now. I know the lady that has done my hair said that it was probably because I had children. I'm not really sure if that has anything to do with anything, or like your hair changes after pregnancy and the hormones. But I like it. I like the wave. I do. Now, it is possible that maybe as a kid, I don't know, I'm trying to think. I mean, it kind of did have a wave to it by the time I was in high school. Just when I was in elementary school, it was like super straight. I mean, like, anyway, yeah. Now, as far as my hair goes these days, since I haven't, ever since I got it, ever since last year, I technically been doing my own bangs. Only on March 1st of this year, when she stripped it back down to my natural color, did I let her do my bangs. But since then, I've been trimming them because I do like bangs. It's interesting because I had bangs as a kid, and I thought, because my mom would always cut them herself with her kitchen scissors and give me little monkey bangs, did not like them. They're too short. They're like up to here. Goodness gracious. But anyway, so I always said that when I was like thinking like, when I get older, I'm not going to have any bangs. I don't want to have bangs. I did that when I was pregnant with my son Connor. Oh, and after I had Isabella, even, I started growing up my hair all one length. You know, I just don't know. After all, it's something about my face shape, you know, and I just think that after all these years, it was weird because, you know, I thought, oh, I would love it. I like covering my forehead. I like covering my eyes to a degree. And I don't know. For me, I don't like seeing my whole face necessarily like that, but also it's something about I feel that bangs are a little bit more like quirky, a little bit, and I feel that it matches my personality more than just having this one straight party down the middle hair. And it works for some people. I guess I don't think I'm that some people. I just ended up realizing that bangs had me. But yeah, when I was in high school, they used to call me the girl with the bangs because I don't know why, but like everyone at my school did not have bangs. Like they there was a few boys that had some skater haircuts that like had side bangs, stuff like that. But I was the only girl with bangs. And then when I got to my senior year, I finally talked my mom into not making me have straight across bangs and having side bangs. She finally let me do it, and I started training my hair to go to the side. But yeah, other than that, I always had straight across bangs. But now I've been cutting my own bangs. I always keep them long, like, because I want them to not be too short. I'm terrified of them going above the eyebrow. Oh my god. So many people have jacked that up. That's why I don't trust people. Even this one lady, this one time, she cut my bangs, and it was, shorter on this side, but longer on this side. I'm like, what the world? It took me forever, it felt like, to grow them out, when really it was only like 2 weeks. But the thing is that like 2 weeks to get to a lower than the eyebrow, but it felt like I was yeah. Anyway, oh god, this is 37 minutes. Oh Jesus. And now I got an eyelash falling in my eye, and that happens a lot to me too. I get a lot of eyelashes that fall in my eye. Well, anyway, this was my video. Hope you liked it. Hope I didn't talk too much. Let me flip it to show the mirror. This is this mirror. Oh wait, that's right. I have a thing on my camera. Okay, this is this mirror. See, it's got a little light. Watch this. Watch this. This is cool. It turns colors. It turns colors. I know. I think that's amazing. Okay, this is this one, which is like the vanity light, right? Isn't that cool? Tell me that cool. And then it goes off. And that's how you turn this one off. Okay, this is the makeup drawer. You see, you got some chapstick. You got eyeshadow, lipstick, gloss, the Wow Brow, you got some pack of floss in there, Cetaphil wipes. These are the scissors I use to cut my bangs. They're actually meant for fingernails, but that's what I use. I got a pencil. And I think I already said the lipstick, so the gloss, and then that's it. That's all I got. I got my Q-tips right there. That's a photo album. And there's my moisturizer. That's the kids floss. This is Isabella's vanity. I give her some of them sunscreens she wants. These are her makeup remover wipes. And this is the wedges. Pretty cool. Oh, here's some artwork I made. Awesome, right? That is my bed with my giant sloth. That's my nightstand with all my water bottles. That's when Clarabella decides to come and munch down in here with her Mandela. Don't worry, she doesn't eat the Mandela. Oh, there's my deodorant. Dove. Apple. That's the current one I'm using. I want to really try the strawberry one they got. This is my cocoa butter that I rub to try to get rid of just a few marks I don't like. My Vaseline. Oh, that's the oil I use in Clarabella's hair. This is my Aussie thing. And this is more canvases, pictures and canvases. Those are clothes I need to do, but haven't done yet. That's Boingo's dog bed with a sock monkey. And this, even though it looks girly, is Rivers. Bass, and I guess it's called a bass. Oh, playpen bassinet thing. Anyway, that's that. Yeah, I bet you never seen this done too during a video where, deodorant. Gotta get rid of that body odor, you know what I'm saying? Okay, seriously though, I do not have body odor. I think I do pretty good about doing sanitation. And interesting fun fact, I don't wear perfume. I don't. If I do, it would be strawberry scented. But I I do a fun little thing. If I want to give a perfume effect, and a lot of times I've gotten some good compliments on it. You gonna think it's weird? Oh, see, heat protectant spray in apricot. Okay, listen, it smells amazing. And if you put just a little bit, like right here, it fades pretty fast, but it actually smells like some good old perfume. Anyway, yeah. So, toodles.